Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Beal, and today I am honored to bring one of my close friends who is not only a best-selling author of two amazing books. One is called Vibrational Riches, and the other is called Will to Win. But he's owned a business for over 20 years that has paid out tens of millions, even we'll probably get to what that exact number is, of commissions to the people that have worked with him. And what he's done is crafted a whole plan to help people break through in their mind the limitations that hold them in their current financial situation, their current life situation, through his books, through his programs, to expand what's truly possible for them. And what I love most about Peter is his commitment to turning his clients into testimonials. So it's with great honor and pleasure that I bring our guest today, Mr. Peter Wolfing. Peter, thanks for being with us today.
Hey, Tom, thank you much. Thank you very much. And hey, everybody, thanks for coming on here and getting to know me a little bit. And, you know, we were on a cruise together, Tom, not too long ago. And as luck would have it, we just came over and we were just sitting together for, it seemed like a blink of an eye, but it was almost 2 hours. We were talking, just kindred spirits back and forth, not only with the way we think, the way we want to grow and just get better, but also our time in the service together and everything. It was fantastic. And, but yeah, as you were saying, I've been, I can't say online for 30 years, but I've been in the marketing business for 30 years, in it for offline, online, and ever since the advent of the internet. Even back when I was in the Marines, we were doing top secret coding, decoding, and sending information back from base to base, you know, before the internet was the internet. And eventually just learned through trial and error, I guess, and getting mentors over the years, in that you want to work on your mindset. You know, I've spoken to literally tens of thousands of people over the last 20 or so years, and found that it's not so much working hard, it's more the war between your ears, right? To be able to get that in order. And by speaking to so many people, I whittled it down to three basic things. Number one is, again, here, mindset. That's probably 90% of your business right there. And number two is to learn about the digital world. Let's face it, everything's digital. We're in the entrepreneur age and the digital world right now. And if you know the ins and outs and the terminology and the lingo and all the different ways you can make money on the internet and via digital means, then you're good to go. So we teach that. And number three is how to promote, because you have to have all three of them. So between the years, we call that networking, mentoring, and then also digital, and then networking, so how to promote. So if you have those three and have those three skills, you can use that offline, online for any skill set you might want to do or anything you want to promote, and you're good for your whole life. So by doing those things and keeping it simple, we've been able to do a huge business, and over the last 20 years, pay out $500 million in commissions. Over 2 million people have signed up in our businesses, which is fantastic. And I'm just proud of changing lives. You know, it's not about the money. It's about changing lives. And all of that other stuff comes as a byproduct of that, which is what we're looking for.
Yep. You hit on one thing that I love about this, the three things: the mindset, the digital world, and how to promote it through networking. You kept it simple. And what I see nowadays, two things. I see, everyone thinks that everybody online is succeeding, because on Instagram and on Facebook, everyone shows the best front stage of life that's happening. And it seems like everybody's achieving success. And what I've seen when I've talked with people is, man, I've tried it, but I'm not getting it like it seems like everybody else is. And I see that as kind of a facade that you and I have peeked behind the scenes. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then the other aspect is overcomplication, as well as chasing too many birds, I guess, going after rabbits. You chase one rabbit, it's hard enough. You chase three rabbits, good luck, you're not going to catch any. I see so many people with that facade that everyone else seems to be doing it, but I can't, right? And what if you help people understand and how to overcome that? Like I say, it's a facade, because the reality is it's very few, the percentages that really achieve at a super high level, and the numbers work out where most people just overcomplicate it and give up before they're able to reap the benefits of success.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, you've studied, look at your library behind you. I mean, amazing stuff there. But also, you know, I teach and mentor and coach and run through these books myself and really dive deep. And we learn from Napoleon Hill, you have to have a white hot burning desire to be able to achieve something. And most people have the entrepreneurial disease, which means you want to do a million things and everything looks good. Nothing looks like a bad idea. And you want to do everything. But you can't do that. And you have to at least focus on one thing to be able to get that up to speed. You know, when I was in the Marines over in Hawaii, in Kaneohe Bay, we had the base with all the jets and the planes and the helicopters and so on. And we knew that they had to get up to a certain speed in order to be able to take off. And if same thing with your business, you have to get up to a certain speed to be able to take off. And unless you focus on one thing initially to get that speed monetarily, you want to make money with that and have a certain remnant of success, then it's going to be very, very tough to make any decent money and hopefully great money. You're going to make mediocre money at best at what you're doing. So one of my recommendations is to find something that's going to be your meal ticket for a while, put your hat on there for a while, focus in on it, do it, make it work. And once you start to get, your sea legs in there, then maybe you want to dabble in some other things after that. But you can kind of cruise, after a while, right? You get that cruising altitude, but you have to get up and get that speed. Otherwise, you're never going to get off the runway.
Right. Correct. And then the other thing, like you said, is giving yourself that focus and not chasing so many different paths. So staying clear with that. Now, when you find that path, the other key is keeping it simple. And then tying back to your first one is having the proper mentors. So what you've crafted is a simple system for pretty much everybody. Like, we're not talking about people that have to have degrees in anything related to the digital world or knowing technology at a high level. If they can send emails, you've built a system that they can follow the simple process to get some results. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's always keeping it simple. I believe in the power of duplication and leverage, okay? And that in turn, the only way you can have duplication is you have to keep things simple, that many people can do it over a long period of time. It's those three components. If you don't have those three, it's going to fall apart. So we've really bent over backwards to keep it simple. Although the U Economy business model is massive in scope, it's always broken down into three components. Everything is broken down into three. So we have the basic portion. So anyone of any socioeconomic bracket can get involved in the basic portion. We'll teach them basic skills in those three core sets that we told you about. And that's going to be less than $1,000 to get started. Then we have the intermediate or the advanced product levels, which are more skill sets in those three areas. And then you can go higher with that, obviously higher monetary commitment to do that. Then we have, if you're up into the mastery skill set, which we're going to actually team up with you and build you an actual business. So it depends on what you're looking for, right? We have everything for everyone, and it's global. So it's all available for everyone, and you can start out at your skill set and your time commitment, and we can make it available for everyone and kind of scale you up at your pace.
Well, and what I love about this is you've taken your success for almost 30 years in business that also kind of piggybacked with your knowledge of being that leader in the Marine Corps. And in the Marine Corps, it's that melting pot. You and I both were there. I wasn't fortunate to be in Hawaii like you were. I was in Berry Point, North Carolina, and Quantico, Virginia for a little while, and then Yuma, Arizona. Never made it to a nice location like Hawaii, but you took the leadership skills of that melting pot, people from all walks, all numerous different countries actually, and numerous different economic backgrounds, and led that into your business success. And then what you've just outlined here is guiding people with the mentorship of you and your team to get them on that path to get able to get the lift, right? So they're heading down the runway and they need a certain amount of speed and proper know-how to get that lift, which many people at this point, if you're watching this and you're saying, you know what, I haven't got any lift anywhere, that's okay. You're not alone. It took me a long time to figure out this entrepreneurial journey myself. And not everybody gets it right away, but with the proper guidance of someone who has the background like Peter, like his team, you can figure this out. It's not super complicated. It's actually simple when you follow the steps. And regardless of what level you can enter, you'll be able to get some lift, get some progress, and then take your results to the level that will change your family and your future. You've helped so many different people do this. One little tip, like what's a tip that you've seen most of the highly successful people, regardless of what level they came in, what was the one thing that you saw in them that led them to reaching the results that they were searching for?
Well, we always go back to the number one thing is you have to have a white hot burning desire, your why. What's your why? Why are you doing the business? Don't just kind of give it, I'll give it a shot. Really think about it. We want you to be, to commit to come in here. Tom and I and our team are going to be leaders. We're going to be able to lead and say, listen, follow me, not just go, go do this. We want to, want to do it. We've done it. We've been in the field. So we want to be able to have you follow us. We've been in the trenches with you and with everyone else before. So, get a coach and a mentor, someone you can connect with, either here at the company, Tom, or whoever else we're having. We have what we call U faculty as well, which are members that have field experience to come in and teach and so on as well too, because they want to pass on their experience. That's fantastic. But mainly coaching and mentoring, connect with someone that's been there before, and also just have that why. Why are you doing the business? So that this way you can stick around long enough to have some sort of success at the beginning, 30, 60, 90 days. That's our goal initially. Tom, going back, when I first started in this industry, I thought I just wanted to get rich, right? I thought that's what I did. I just want to get rich. When really, what I wanted at the beginning, I wanted this. I wanted breathing room, right? I just wanted to say, okay, listen, I want to pay my bills. I want breathing room because, a calm mind is a jewel of knowledge. I want to be calm. We want to get you to that point first where, listen, you have money coming in, you're making some money, you're having a semblance of success with here, then you have a clear mind, so this way you can really go for it from that point on. And listen, we're not just saying, hey, you're going to get the stars immediately from here. I mean, you can make some incredible results really quickly, but we're also practical, and we want you to know that, listen, we have steps, so it's not a get rich quick, it's a get rich quicker methodology that if you follow those simple step-by-step formula and follow us. Notice I didn't say go do what we did. I said follow us, and we're going to be able to show you how to be able to get to whatever you're looking for, whether it's a few $100s, a few $1,000s, or something loftier than that, because we have many, many people that have done that over the years as well.
Yep. And one of the things you heard while Peter was explaining here, Peter and I just had that time that we spent on the cruise, but prior to that, we met at a live event, and that was my first exposure to Peter. And right afterwards, I went up like, man. Like actually before he's presented, we had some chats, but after his presentation, I was like, man, we've been like twin souls on this path, the Marine Corps, the entrepreneurial journey, and all the things that we've studied. I mean, I know you've dug into many of these books as well. There's so much synergy here. And that synergy led to us saying, hey, let's team up. Let's work together. So I actually have teamed up with Peter and what he's just explained. So when you go learn about this, you're not just going to get the guidance from Peter and his team. You have the guidance from me as well. And this is kind of a double dose of awesomeness for you. So our goal, like Peter said, and when you did this, boy, I felt that too. When you said, this is it, just a breath. Right? Take that breath. Like we want that breath for you. And both of us want that fulfillment of a nice plaque I have on my wall over there is me and Zig Ziglar. And one of my favorite quotes is, you can have everything in life you want if you help enough others get what they want. And that's what Peter's heart is. And you can feel it just from every moment that he talks. He's passionate about you, and he wants you to be the next success story. And that's my passion as well. So we've teamed up to ensure we're going to give you that proper guidance where you can follow us, do the simple steps. And like Peter said, we don't give any guarantees because there's so many different variables of what your background is, what your burning desire is, what your commitment to taking the proper actions, not overcomplicating it. Humans like to overcomplicate stuff, right? Yep. So there's many variables. So we don't guarantee anything like that. But I can say the system that he's put together is the quickest path. If you follow the steps, have that burning desire, that you're willing to do the simple steps, the results can be tremendous. And just so you know, there's a term called high ticket affiliate marketing, right? And if you look to ClickBank and look to other different things for affiliate marketing, it's very hard to sell a $50 product at profit, like as an affiliate. If you get 50% of that, $25, it'll cost you more in leads than the commissions coming to you. So you want to find products that you believe in, that you trust, that also have a higher ticket, so that when the people say yes, you get a larger chunk of commissions. And that's the great part about what Peter has too. As you'll see in the different steps, it's not a $25 or $50 product. These are products that are true businesses in a box, that when you follow these steps, they can reap tremendous rewards for the right people. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, when I first started, I was selling physical products. Let me just give you an outline of a quick outline here, elevator type of outline of what I've experienced since I started in 1990. When I first did, it was into physical products, which are great. But I certainly realized after being in the restaurant business and so on, and traditional business, there's a cost of manufacturing products. And then you have boxing and postage and mailing and staff and all these different things that go involved, which might be 25 or 30%, sometimes more, of the overall every dollar that comes in that could be the cost of product development and then research and development and everything. And that's all well and good if it's a physical product you're looking for. But as time progressed, the first 10 years that I was doing this, I realized, wow, education, digital product, if I create a product that's valuable, because education is the great equalizer, isn't it? It'll get people from here to here quicker than anything else. Why can't you have a digital product that you can make, you can design, you can make available to people? It'll across borders around the world, and we can make it one time and then sell it over and over again and just license people to sell it. Thus that 25, 30, 35% cost margin is zero or practically zero. And then instead of going out and saying, listen, I'm going to keep the money, what we do is we realize that you, the member, are the advertising budget of the company, and we pass that money back over to you. So you're going to be making 80% per sale, and on the higher tickets that we have, 60%, because when we tell you what the product is up there, you'll know why, because it's massive. But it's huge. And any way you slice it and dice it, 60%, 80% is massive for every hour you put into your business, because you can't get a return like that anywhere else. Plus, have super valuable products that anybody can use offline, online, and be able to change their life in a big way around the world.
Yeah, exactly. So you're in good hands, and I congratulate you. If you're watching this video and you're this far along, you are ready to get that lift off. Like, you've gone down the runway. I mean, not everybody is willing to commit just this amount of time. So I commend you and I congratulate you, because if I rewind back to 2001, 2002, when I started figuring out this digital world, I was on teleseminars. I was attending certain trainings, and that's what it takes to figure out how to get that initial liftoff. So you're on the right path. Now, the next step for you to do is to go get involved with myself and Peter. And the place that you go for that is a URL that, write this down, wealthierliving.com/Tom Beal. So Wealthier, WEALTHIERLIVING.com/TOMBEAL. Wealthierliving.com/Tom Beal. It's a brief, simple opt-in. Once you get in there, we're going to have videos that you can watch that will give you more depth of what this is and how to get you that initial liftoff. So what can they expect when they go register there?
Yeah, when they go in there, it's really non-pushy. What we like to do is have educated people that are going to go in and they're going to do their due diligence, look at the product, look what we have available. You'll see all about the products, about the company, all these different things that you need to know to make a well-informed, educated decision. And a button will be there to be able to go in and click that to go over to the main website, which you'll see all sorts of even more information that you can look at about the different product packages that we have. And at that point, you decide to do what you like. Whatever price point is right for you, you can contact Tom. We can do another joint call together, or Zoom or something if you would like to do that as well too. And you can decide what product level you'd like to get involved with our company, U Economy. And at that point, go from there, and then we'll be there every step of the way for you.
Awesome. Well, you're in good hands. You saw Peter. You know me, and we're here to help fulfill that quote from Zig Ziglar, helping you get what you want. And in turn, it helps us get what we want. And nothing jazzes me up more than having people take that breath. If you're ready for that breath, we've been there, we know it, and we know how to get you to that point as quickly as possible. So go to wealthierliving.com/Tom Beal, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Peter, thanks again for your time. It's always a pleasure connecting with you.
Hey, thanks everybody. It's been my pleasure to give you this information and to virtually meet you, virtually handshake you across here. I hope to meet you physically sometime at one of our live events that we have. We do them all the time. And to be able to work with you hand in hand to be able to make your dreams come true as well too, with Tom and his team as well. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.